let's talk about my experience on the 15 milligram Mounjaro dose the second time around. Pop quiz, what 1990s sitcom was that song from? So the 15 milligram, if you haven't followed my story, I titrated back from the 15, was doing great on it, everything towards the beginning of this calendar year. And I had to jump back all the way to the 5 because I was getting migraines. The great news is jumping back to the 5 got rid of the migraines. But the bad news is as I titrated up slowly over the course of the last about 6 months, I haven't been able to lose any weight on the lower doses. I have been able to maintain, which is really, really positive for me. So how is the 15-15ing now that I'm back on the 15? So the 15 milligram has always been my favorite dose. I'm a type 2 diabetic. The clinical trials will show you that type 2 diabetics are slower responders to GLP-1 in the areas of weight loss and some of the positive, side effects that people feel, like the appetite suppression, things of that sort. So I took this shot on Thursday Night Live, as I always do every week on the Pen Live, my weekly talk show on YouTube. Make sure you follow that by clicking the link in my bio. But the 15 milligram for me has always been a pretty good dose. It's the dose that I feel the most appetite suppression. It's the dose that helps control my blood sugars the best. I love the 15. I gotta say, after the first few days, the appetite suppression was very comparable to what I've experienced over the last 6 months every time I dosed up. That first week, for the first couple of days that I take the shot, I really feel that appetite suppression where, for the first couple of days, I kind of have to remind myself to eat. But then after a couple of days, the effects kind of wane and wear off. That seems to be how it's tracking for me. Now, there's a couple things that I would like to explore, but I have a very conservative doctor. I would like to explore the possibility of potentially doing the 7.5 milligram shots every few days as opposed to the 15 every week. That's something I would like to maybe propose to them. The other thing, and this is a little unconventional, but I'm kind of interested, and people have mentioned this in my live streams, I'm kind of interested in what it would be like to alternate weekly between Tirzepatide and semaglutide. I know that a lot of doctors will scratch their head and say, why would you do that? I don't know. I think maybe giving the GIP a rest for a couple of weeks would help to maybe make it more sensitive when I do take the Mounjaro. I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at straws. Anyway, I just, I really long to experience the same thing that so many others report on the GLP-1. It's just it hasn't been my experience on Mounjaro. If you followed my story, I titrated up really fast through the doses as there were intermittent outages of the middle doses as I was titrating up. So I went from 2.5 to 5 to 10, and 10 to 15. So I skipped the 7.5 on the way up. I skipped the 12.5 on the way up. And I really missed the opportunity. I think for a lot of people, diabetic or not, a lot of people, that 7.5 dose on the titration schedule up seems to be really, really good for people. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll keep you posted. I hope that the 15 starts to 15 as more of it kind of builds up in my system over the next couple of weeks. I'm really hoping to kickstart that weight loss again. Hey, if you like following my content, then you're going to want to make sure you follow the live creator, and you'll really want to join us for On the Pen Live weekly talk show, link in bio. Catch you on the next one.